Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss about how to create top and bottom sales of any measure using sets and how to create same top and bottom sales or any measure using calculations. So we can create top and bottom by using two different methods. One is sets, and the other one is calculations. So now we are going to see those two and we'll see the difference between what will be the difference between sets and a calculation and how to convert pie chart into a donut chart in Tableau. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so whenever we open any Tableau desktop file, so this is the welcome screen that you can see, and left side you can see the files or the data that you want to connect to and to servers. So these are the list of files that you can connect to, and these are the servers, list of servers that you can connect to. Okay, but to practice, so the Tableau has provided us the inbuilt data sources. So these are the three data sources which are available. So you can directly click on that and you can work on or you can practice any dashboards or any worksheets, any charts that we want to work on. So now let's get started with the sample superstore data. So I'm just clicking on sample superstore data on left bottom. Okay, so now that we have uh, entered into the sample superstore data, so we have sample superstore data like this. So here we'll have the information of customers who made purchases on these dates. So these are the product names that a customer bought. And so those products will be in some category. It belongs to some category. Let's say message book, wire bond will belongs to office supplies. And which region or which country that purchase had happened. So this is the way we need to understand on how the data is and what is the information that is available. Then we need to start implementing the charts. So now let's start with creating a small data. So in this scenario, I want to find out customer names and sales based on each and every customer. Okay, so this customer, Sean Miller, had made $25,000 of sales. So how that is calculated? So based on the sales column over here, and it will filter the columns of Sean Miller, sorry, rows of Sean Miller, and it will sum up the data for that particular customer. And in that way, we will have the sum of sales for that particular customer. So there is an option to put in ascending order and the descending order. So for the sake of discussion, I have put it in the descending order. So now let's see how we can make a set top and bottom set. So in this sheet, I will create top 5 set. So I'll name this sheet as top 5 set. Okay, so let's get started with creating set. So to create a set, you need to right click on any of the dimension. So here I want to see top 5 based on sales. So that information I can get it by top 5 customers using sales I want to see. So when I say top 5 customers, so these are my top 5 customers who made highest amount of sales. So I want to make it dynamic so that we can do manually select these values also. But what happens when you do select manually? So whenever some new customer comes into picture and he has made more than sales of Sean Miller, so that person becomes the customer who is the first top sales. But so set will be dynamic. So if the number changes and if the other person comes into picture, so here the top 5 list names of the top 5 list will also get changed. So now let's start with customer name. So just right click on this. So create set. So we need to right click on any of the dimension, go to create and click on set. So here I will go to top function. Now I'll write the name as top 5 set and click on by field. I want top 5, so I'll name it as 5. Say okay. So now that I have created this set and I'll put this set into the filters. So only the top 5 values got filtered. So whenever some numbers got changed, so there might be interchange between these names, or you can get a new name from the entire list and you might be seeing a different names if the months goes on and the data comes into the picture. So you might say different names. So this way we can say that set is a dynamic. Set is a dynamic based on the data, based on the data, top 5 names or categories will be changed. So it's completely based on the sum of sales. It's completely based on the sum of measure. Completely based on sum of measure. Okay, so now we have created this top 5 set. So let's create a bottom 5 set. Bottom 5 set. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. So right click on customer name, go to create, click on set, go to top, click on by field and click on bottom and select 5. Okay, so name this as bottom 5 set and say okay. So yeah, and we need to put customer name, sales in the order, or I will keep in the descending order for the sake of ascending order. So now, so these are my least values, like who made the very less number of sales. So these are the customers who had made less number of sales. So I want to see those customers. So to see that, I have already created a set which is bottom 5. So if I put it in the filter, okay, so only those names will get filtered. So this is how we can create a top 5 and bottom 5. And now we'll see. So in a single sheet, I want to see top and bottom together. So in one sheet we have top 5 set, in another sheet we have bottom 5 set. So now we will see how we can implement this in one single sheet. So let's take customer name sales again. Okay, and put it in the sorting order. Okay, now we'll see how we can put it together. So we want to combine this, like I want to see top 5 and I want to see bottom 5 together. So if I want to see together, so I'll just select whatever the set that I have created, bottom 5 and top 5. So I will combine this together. So just right click, control select both the sets and right click on that, create combined set. So here you will be seeing a Venn diagram where you should include all members in both sets. Why? Because we need values from top 5, we need values from bottom 5. So as we need all members in both sets, so we'll take this. So this is about top and bottom 5 sets. Okay, say okay and put this in the filter. So this way we can see bottom 5 and top 5 in a sheet. Yeah. So now I'll name this as top and bottom 5 set. Okay. So now that we have created this, so now this is restricted to 5 values. So at a time, they can see only 5 values. 5 names from top and 5 names from bottom. So this is what users can see. But what I want is, so the requirement is like, I want users to select select how many number of top customers and how many number of bottom customers. So I want the user to select this option. So instead of uh, making it static with 5, I want users to select that. So to do that, so we need to make that more dynamic. So let's just right click on top 5 set and click on edit set. So instead of entering a manual value here, so just click on this, click on create a new parameter. So select top values. So to pass the values, we use parameters. So now I'm trying to pass values from 1 to 100. And yeah, so any number of values that user can enter. Current value will be 5. And say okay. Say okay. So just show this, select top values, show parameter control. And just select type in. So here currently you see only top 5. So I have given option for the user to select. So now if I enter this to 10, okay, now extra 5 got added. So extra 5 customers got added. That means we are controlling this set with parameter. So we can control that. So even we can use the same thing, same parameter for the bottom also. Bottom 5 set, click on bottom 5 set and edit it. So we can use the existing set, or we can create a new set separately for bottom. So click on select bottom values. Okay, so here also I want to have 1 to 100 and display format is numbers and current value is 5. Say okay. Okay. So here that parameter is got created at the left bottom, and right click on that parameter, I click on show parameter and go click on this drop down, click on typing. Here you can enter the values. So currently we have only 10 values for the bottom 5. If I enter like this, I can see bottom 10 values. So here I can control this. If I enter 11 or if I enter 5 in bottom also, so I can see like this. So this is about creating top and bottom n set by using sets. Now that we have created top and bottom n using sets. Okay, so now we'll move to the next topic, which is how to create top and bottom sales on any measure using calculation. Okay, so now let's take the same example, customer name, sales. So here we have different values. So here we have different values, and now let's talk about how. So now we'll just create sum of sales. So we'll create a calculation. So here also I will make separate for top 5 and bottom 5. So let's create top 5 calc. If uh, rank of sum of sales of less than 5, then sum of sales end. Okay, so now that I have created this, So I will use this as a filter. So here also I'm trying to, so what is rank sum of sale does is, so it will assign rank for each and every number. So if the value of the sum of sales is more, and it will give you first rank, and if the value of sum of sales is last but one, so it will give you the second rank. So it will be based on the how much sales that you have. So let's put this in the filters. So let's see. So I'll just take this into filter, say okay. So we need to put less than or equal to. Why? Because when we say less than 5, that means you will get till 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you say less than equal to 5, you will get 5 values. So you need to put it again. Put the top 5 calc. Okay, now you can see top 5. So this is using top 5 calc. Okay, now let's try creating bottom 5 calc. Okay, let's take customer name and sales and sort it. And now we have the bottom values. So now I will try to write a calculation for bottom 5 calc. So to do bottom 5, so we need to have, so we need to be getting the last 5 values. So to get that, we need to use a function called size. So size means it will take the number of rows. So the total number of rows are 800. So we need to subtract that with the sum of rank of sum of sales, rank of sum of sales. So here I want to see less than 5, then sum of sales end. Okay, what this does is, so this is storing 800 value, and rank of sales will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it will start from 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Let's say 800 minus 1. So that means this record will not get satisfied. So this condition will not get satisfied. So 800 minus 1, so which will be 799. So this condition will satisfy for the below items, for the below rows. So let's say 800 minus, so the size nothing but it will be storing the length of rows, which is 800. So 800 minus 800. So this is the rank for Thai Sysman based on the values. So this is 800. 800 minus 800 will give you 0, which is less than 5. So this record will come. And 800 minus 799 is the rank for this one. So which will be 1. So you will get the record. So likewise, till 5th one, like 795. So 800 minus, 796. So 800 minus 796, which will be 4. So you'll get values till last 5 values. So now let's see how we can get that. So let's click on OK. Bottom 5. I'll put it in the filters. Say OK. So here I can get the bottom 5 calculations. So that means I can do top 5 and bottom 5 with calculations as well. So now let's combine these two, customer name and sales, and sort it. So I'll just create a new calculation which will have top and bottom 5 calc. Okay, so if rank of sum of sales is less than equal to 5, then sum of sales. Else if rank of size minus rank of sum of sales less than 5. So I'm just combining those two calculations, sales and okay. So with this you will get top 5, and with this you will get bottom 5, and say okay. So I'll put it in the filters, say okay. Yeah, so with that I can get top 5 and bottom 5. So I'll write this as top and bottom 5 calc. Okay, so now that we have top and bottom 5 using calculation, but I want to see, I want to use it to select the values. Like if I want to see top 5 or bottom 5 or top 10 and bottom 10. So we can use parameter here also. So top, so we'll just put the parameters first. Select top values, select bottom values. Okay, and put the type in. Okay, and we will insert these parameters in the calculation. So let's just edit this set. Okay, sorry, we will need to use calc, say edit, and select top values. Select bottom value. Select bottom values. Say okay. Then, so with this we can select the parameters as well. So we can parameterize the values as well, like this. Yeah, like this we can enter the values and we can do that. So this is about doing top and bottom per calc.